Hey, air signs. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the Sacred Sage. To all those who are new to my channel, truly appreciate your time and I hope you benefit from our readings. And in case you like it, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Every subscriber counts. For all those who've been there with us, we truly appreciate your love and support. And what an amazing week ahead of us. We do have Mercury going direct, and yes, it may not just start performing just as yet, but then it's good news because everything that was getting blocked in terms of communication, in terms of your planning, projects, for those who are in media, advertising, or overall misunderstandings or lack of understanding in relationship or close-knit equations, all of that is slowly, gradually going to get better, which is good news, definitely. And yes, right now is probably the time where you don't really have any planet which is retrograde. And you do know, in case you follow astrology, that there are rare and few moments when the skies are all clear. And I would say that this should be an interesting week for you to get back into your zeal and think about what the year should manifest for you, in case you've not done that already. Well, getting straight into your reading. Amazing things here. When we talk about your work, I think you've been in a state where I wouldn't call it being stuck, because you're not stuck. You're just contemplating, you're analyzing or processing. You're in the hangman energy. So maybe you're just thinking about the options ahead of you, which paths to take or not. You're actually seeking support of your inner guidance or the universe to help you find a way. However, in the recent past, I do think that a few things that were definitely affecting your professional life, your career, or your finances was this energy of the Seven of Swords, which means some bit of manipulation, somebody not being honest, or rather someone who was there in your space who was taking advantage of you. And it necessarily doesn't have to translate into exactly these things. However, for those who are in a job, it could be a situation where maybe there was a lot of politics, or you felt as if you were left out in the cold, because we do have the Five of Pentacles as the clarifier energy. So here's what's happening, right? Wherever you are or you were, in case you've not left that space or that path, there was an energy of codependency. You were not exactly there in that job, doing that work because of your own heartfelt wish. There were other reasons that were compelling you, and these were slightly toxic. The environment that you were in was not very healthy for your own well-being and creativity. And not only that, you were definitely feeling unworthy or being left out in the cold or not being appreciated enough, right? However, you've now finally decided to confront this, and I do see you taking some decisions towards your own prosperity and growth. Now, in case you are able to get the exact guidance, right? Which means a lot of work from your side, which means you need to move out of this codependent energy. You need to figure out what is it that you have been doing correctly or incorrectly in the last, let's say, about 1.5 to 2 years. Because as far as air signs are concerned, I feel that you've not been stable with your career and your finances, at least since last 1.5, 2 years, right? You've been making a few choices and then regretting it or not being very happy about it. That's the space that you've been in. And I have strongly felt that it is because of the codependency, and it need not come in from work. It could possibly mean that you're making these choices so that you have a convenient space in order to maintain the codependent equations. Otherwise in life, it could possibly be that you are dependent on your family and you wanted to be with your family or spend time with them in a certain way. That's why you were going after the simple work options or career options, and they were not working out well. Basically, all that I'm trying to say is that the drive, the motivation that you should have given your caliber, given your skills. You've compromised on those to make a few decisions, and that's exactly why you felt left out in the cold and you were not doing justice to your own self. However, if you rise up and if you increase your vibration, you're going to be in a space where not only will you make a step, not only will you take a step forward by making the right choices, you will also be blessed when you take that step forward for the right choice, right? Which means that if it is the path that the universe wants you to take, not only will you be divinely guided, you will also be blessed. You will get your name, fame, money, and a lot of prosperity. So think wisely. I don't see this coming in just right now. It's not an immediate shift that's happening. What I'm getting intuitively is from now till, let's say, 2.5 months or 10 weeks. This is the time frame that the universe possibly is giving you to reconnect with yourself, to understand your life, your own caliber, and then make the right move with respect to your career and finances. And I do think that by the end of this cycle, which is the 2.5 months or 10 weeks period that I told you, not only will you regain your zeal and your motivation, you will also be ready to take the next leap of faith. You are not ready right now. And that is absolutely okay, because you're going to spend some time with yourself and figure out, why are you making these mistakes? Why are you attracting these situations in your life when you're not able to do justice to your own career? And you definitely know that you're capable of much more. Talking about your relationships, well, one side of you is definitely not focusing on relationships because you're very worried about your career and your finances. And on the other side, you have this energy where you're kind of in the wounded warrior space. To be honest, I'm not able to really decode that, because your personal life is about to undergo this change where a whole new world is out there for you. In terms of the offering, I'm not saying a new person essentially, but I'm just saying that it's a whole new outlook which the stars are presenting in front of you. However, maybe you are still not taking a step forward because in your past experiences, whether in this relationship or other relationships, you've gone through heartache or bad experiences or unpleasant memories that you are still holding on to. And that's exactly why you're blocking the prosperity or the abundance in terms of your relationship or your love life. And the universe is guiding you to move past that. For a few of you, and I'm really saying this only for a few of you who are in a relationship, however, are fearful of getting committed, I think you're in some sort of anxiety or stress because you are still not ready to commit, or maybe you're just scared that the other person may just ask you for a commitment and you're not ready. So there is some stress or worry around that. What I also see here is another story, and take it if it resonates with you. This is the end of a cycle with this someone who happens to be your soulmate. You truly know that you connect with this person in ways like never before, or you've not experienced this with anyone else, right? And at the start of this story, whether it was you or the other person, there was one of you who was not giving enough to this relationship, right? And maybe there was the other person who kept on working towards it and kept on working, and then you were still not ready to take it forward, and that was leading to a lot of tension or depression or sadness. So much so that, maybe one of you was ready to leave and walk away, while the other person kept contemplating that I should move forward towards this person, however, did not take a step. So overall, the energy was so stuck. And now comes in a hermit moment where you again go back to your inner self and you start connecting with your soul, with your universal guides. And that's when you realize that, hey, I actually love this person. Or maybe the other person gets this realization in case they were the one in denial or not doing enough, that I kept running away from it, but now I do know that I really love this person. And that's why this person is now willing to work towards the relationship. However, there is nothing in the reading that still says that either one of you is taking a step forward. So I think the process of understanding that, yes, this is a connection for which I should work for, I should make the effort for, that has kick-started, which is good news, right? In case it's about you, then focus on manifesting this energy, focus on healing your past wounds and experiences, and I'm sure you'll be able to make good out of this. If it is about the other person, then yeah, we'll all wish and pray that the person takes that step forward. I do think that this is a time when you know that this was the dream relationship, and it is definitely going through a transformation because now you have more awareness. Now you have the courage to move past those projections or the fears. And you really, really know that this is the relationship which will transform your life for the good and take you towards the Sun card, which is the ultimate abundance card that you can think of in the Rider-Waite Tarot, right? So yeah, air signs, I think it's a week where you may not have any tangible results, but there's a lot that's happening within you in your space. And sooner or later, it is going to transform into something that will actually show you the exact result. So in more than many ways, there's a lot of churning and cleansing of the energy that is happening. And the universe is doing its work to send you the guidance so that you move forward on your path, whether it is career or romance. I wish you all the very best. And in case you need a personal reading, you must reach out to me. The details are given below. Take care.